Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions and the Darth Empire coming at you here with another Black Ops sniping gameplay commentary. This is six-man domination on the new map Discovery, and this game, it doesn't go to a complete finish, which is one of the reasons why I started live capping most of my games. And the reason I still post this gameplay is because I think it kind of, at least it gives me a chance at least to tell the story of this game. And this was, I believe, right on the cusp or on the tail end of a rough stretch I was having where I was trying to get gameplays and just couldn't do it, couldn't get the scores, couldn't get the kill streaks, couldn't keep the streaks going, couldn't do anything. I was, fidgeting with the crosshairs when I had a shot lined up, choking on triple feeds and quad feeds and all that stuff. And I was really happy when I was playing this game. I knew I was going to get a gameplay. At some point in this game, I was like, oh man, I'm getting a gameplay and it's going to be awesome. And I don't try to set arbitrary benchmarks for my score. I have a more fluid sense of what I think is YouTube worthy. Obviously, that doesn't mesh up sometimes with what other people think is YouTube worthy, which is fine. I understand that there are some people that want to see jaw-dropping gameplay, and I have no problem admitting that there are some of my games, or a good amount of my games that I post on YouTube, don't really fit that bill. I think some of them are pretty damn good. And I think some of them, given the average sniping in Black Ops, given all that, I think they're pretty damn good. And a lot of people, including some of the people that hate on the quality or the score, I think those are scores that people would be hard-pressed to put up at any time, not just on a regular basis, because I don't put it up on a regular basis, but at any time. I think people would be hard-pressed to do that given sniping, given the state of sniping in Black Ops. But here's the story on this. I was playing this game, realized, I think about midway through, I'm like, oh man, I think I got a chance here. I'm breaking my cold streak. I'm going to get a YouTube gameplay. Oh my god. And I try not to, whenever I get that feeling, because I do, everybody does it, don't ever let a commentator lie to you and say that they don't change the way that they play, or they don't change when they're going for gameplays, or when they realize that they're going to get a gameplay. Don't ever let a commentator tell you that, because they would be lying to you. They know. We all know. We know what is a YouTube-worthy game. We all have those ideas. If we don't have the artificial benchmarks set explicitly, we all have an idea of what those benchmarks are in our head. So don't let a commentator ever tell you that they don't change the way that they play, or that they don't even notice whether when they get a gameplay or when they don't get a gameplay, what is and is not YouTube worthy, because they do, and it changes the way they play in subtle ways. Whether you become more defensive, whether you stop talking to your team or start talking to your team, it changes for everybody. I personally, I don't talk to my team as much when I know I'm getting a YouTube worthy game. As long as we're winning. If we're losing, okay. But for the most part, I stop talking to my team. All the distractions go away. I stop checking Twitter between deaths. I stop refreshing videos, looking for new comments to read over and respond to in between deaths. I stop all that. And I put more focus on the game when I see a YouTube-worthy game on the horizon. And this is what happened here. I was somewhere around, I believe, 25 deaths, or 25 kills on 25 deaths. And I realized, and I had some good objective play, and I realized my deaths weren't too bad, and I looked at the score, I believe it was 180 something to a little bit over 100 for the other team. We were winning, obviously, when the game cut out. And right before it did, I had just died. I was like, okay, I know what I'm going to do now. I can ignore the objective because I played it. We got the win in the bag. I'm gonna go up the left side, try to hook around their spawn, and I'm gonna get above. I'm gonna get 30, maybe even 35 kills, and this is gonna be an awesome gameplay. And if all goes well, maybe I could even get a machinima gameplay out of it, because this is complete non-lethal kill streaks, and this is going to be awesome. And of course, as soon as I spawn, as soon as I start running, looking to maneuver my way up the left side of the map, obviously this is Discovery, and I just couldn't do it. Game dropped out. I was right in front of B, I believe. You'll see when it drops out, but it started skipping. connection interrupted, and I at the time, I don't know if I was in a party, if I was in game chat, but I was upset. I was like, oh man, because I could feel it slip away. So that's one thing I wanted to give you guys from time to time. I know talking about the gameplay isn't really my thing. I know that's really not what I do, but from time to time I do like to give you guys a little insight. So that gives an insight into me, as well as you also learn, don't ever let a commentator tell you that they don't know or don't pay attention to when they have a YouTube-worthy game in progress, or when they're trying to go for gameplays. Don't ever let them tell you that their style of play changes, because it does. It really does. And if anybody else tells you that, if a commentator tells you that, you know it's crap, because they do. Everybody does. The only thing that makes people say, no, it doesn't affect me, is a matter of pride. But anyway, I wanted to get to the real topic here. I've rambled for a little bit, but that's okay. As I talked about in the video I posted on the Darth Empire, David Vonderhaar has confirmed that there will be continued updates to the sniper rifles in Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, again, like I said, when I was in the Twitter scuffle with him, I didn't think much of it at the time, and indeed, looking back, he did admit as much to me. But thank you to my Twitter follower, I Am Sam, who tweeted it at me. And after a little research, or just looking through Vonderhaar's Twitter feed, I can indeed confirm that there will be more updates, more, quote, unnerfing for the sniper rifles in Black Ops. And now, one of the big questions that I got from a lot of viewers after that Darth Empire video posted, where I talked about the sniping updates, one of the big questions was, what do you want changed? I thought I had been clear. Of course, this is on the Darth Empire, so not all of them have seen all my videos, but I think I can make it clear that what I want probably isn't going to happen, and what I want is the complete removal in any and every form of the launch day sniping patch, because I think I can make the case time and time again. Its implementation was awkward and amateurish and really not befitting of a AAA video game, a cornerstone franchise for a genre on that sells billions in revenue, or generates billions of dollars in revenue. I think all these terrible things about it, it's arbitrary, it's contradictory, both in terms of what it was meant to stop and what it actually does stop in practice. But as for specifics, now, of course, I understand that David Vonderhaar, for whatever reason, I won't explain on that note too much right now, but for whatever reason, he's sticking to his guns, not going to remove the patch completely. So, given that, what would I like to see? If I had to say anything, of course, that isn't the complete removal of the patch, I would say a reduced off-center scope, obviously. That would be my number one thing that I want, is the reduced offset angle. The angle from center, I think, needs to be reduced when you scope in for any kind of scope. I think that will go a long way in helping regular sniping and bringing it up to par if you reduce that off-center scope, because what that does, it obviously reduces the angle and thus the distance that the crosshairs are off the target. Remember, basic trigonometry here. I would like to see that distance reduced, and also what I would like to see is the off-center, the actual point that is off-center, I would like to see that moved a little more laterally, outward laterally. I want to see that more laterally. I don't want as much vertical up and down, because I think that really messes with, given the hit markers and the hit boxes and already the hit detection issues. You don't want to be bringing the crosshairs of a sniper rifle from a kill area to a non-kill area and back again. I think it's best to move it a little bit more laterally in that sense. All right, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Lefty643. That's where you find out about open lobbies, live streams, all that stuff. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out. And no, I did not forget. I'm a man of my word. So here it is, the game-winning kill cam, or at least the only kill cam that I was recording at that time in the most recent open lobby I held. This is from one of my followers, one of my subscribers, Tips and Tricks. He got a nice, I believe it was a 720. I guess it's a little revert action there. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, Lefty643, if you want to be a part of the next open lobby, or you just want to know what I'm thinking, you want to ask me a question, something, that's where you go. Twitter.com/Lefty643. Follow me. That's where a bunch of great stuff is happening. Thank you for joining anyway, guys. I got to go. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.